Good afternoon, dear viewers. Today, I would like to take you on a fascinating journey back in time and tell you about one of the most mysterious and forgotten places on Earth, the city of Pompeii. Located next to Mount Vesuvius in modern Italy, Pompeii was once a bustling and prosperous Roman city. It was founded by the Etruscans in the 6th century BC and later became an important trading post for the Romans. However, in 79 AD, this idyllic city was suddenly destroyed by the eruption of Mount Vesuvius. The volcano spewed out a powerful cloud of ash and lava that covered the city and instantly destroyed it. Pompeii was closed off from the world, but at the same time it was uniquely preserved under the ash and lava, which made it possible to reveal its secrets today. The first official excavations of Pompeii began in the 18th century, when the ruins were discovered by accident. Over the centuries, archaeologists have uncovered an impressive amount of detail about the life and culture of the inhabitants of Pompeii. Pompeii has preserved impressive architecture that shows the influence of the Roman Empire. You can see streets covered with original cobblestones, an amphitheater where games and performances were held, hot springs where residents relaxed and discussed news, and luxurious houses decorated with frescoes. The most famous example of Roman art in Pompeii is the House of Illusions, also known as the Villa of Mysteries. It is famous for its frescoes depicting various scenes, from mythological deities to landscapes and everyday life. It is famous for its frescoes depicting various scenes, from mythological deities to landscapes and everyday life that fascinate visitors with their detail and picturesque nature. Pompeii has also preserved formations, the central squares of the city where trade deals, political meetings, and religious ceremonies took place. The remains of these squares help us to imagine how lively and bustling the city was, as well as the scale and cultural character of what it once was. And, of course, we cannot fail to mention the impact of the eruption of Mount Vesuvius on the people of Pompeii. The ageless human remains found at this site tell the disturbing story of the tragedy that struck the city. With their help, we can imagine the panic and despair they felt as they tried to escape the destruction. The city of Pompeii is a real treasure trove of archaeological and cultural heritage. A visit to this forgotten place gives visitors an idea of how people lived and worked many centuries ago. Thanks to archaeological research and artifacts found, we have the opportunity to plunge into this mysterious history. Pompeii is a city that impresses with its details and scale. In fact, it covers an area of about 170 acres, which is equivalent to about 66 football fields. This vast city was home to around 20,000 inhabitants who had an active commercial and cultural life. One of the most fascinating aspects of Pompeii is its magnificent architecture. You can see huge buildings such as the amphitheater, large baths where public baths were held, and numerous villas scattered throughout the city. Pompeii is home to one of the most famous villas in the Roman Empire, the Villa of the Mysteries, where you can admire amazing frescoes and decorations. Another attraction of Pompeii is its well-preserved mosaics. The floors of houses and public buildings are covered with impressive mosaics that are carefully detailed. Each mosaic has its own story and design, which adds to the charm of this place. However, the greatest emotions when visiting Pompeii are caused by the findings related to the people who lived here many centuries ago. Among the ruins, dozens of bodies were discovered, frozen in time under the influence of volcanic ash and lava from Mount Vesuvius. These golden bodies, which recreate the last moments of the life of the inhabitants of Pompeii, have given archaeologists an amazing task to restore the fate of a people who have been forgotten for centuries. Pompeii is a place that not only fascinates us with its beauty and grandeur, but also allows us to think about how culture and life could have existed many centuries ago. So if you want to take an unforgettable journey back in time, Pompeii is the place for you. One of the most impressive relics of Pompeii is the Forum. It is the central square of the city where various social, political, and commercial events took place. The square was surrounded by buildings with different functions, including a court, a temple, and a trading post where trade and exchange of goods took place. Today, we can see the ruins of these buildings, but their architectural style and location give us an idea of what life was like on this square. One of the most famous temples in Pompeii is the Temple of Apollo, the god of music, poetry, and prophecy. This temple is built on a high pedestal and has huge columns, which gives it a majestic and powerful appearance. It was here that the inhabitants of the city prayed to the god and asked for his blessings. Pompeii also had many thermal baths, where people came to relax and recuperate. The thermal baths had many rooms, from cold to hot water, as well as special rooms for massage and physiotherapy. These baths were an important part of the Pompeians' life and testify to their luxurious and comfortable lifestyle. It is also worth mentioning the Pompeii Amphitheater, which was a place of entertainment for spectators, including gladiatorial fights. This amphitheater could accommodate up to 20,000 spectators and became a symbol of the development of Roman culture and entertainment. Thus, Pompeii is rich in historical and cultural heritage. A visit to this forgotten city gives you a glimpse of how people lived and worked many centuries ago. Thanks to archaeological research and artifacts found, we have the opportunity to dive into this mysterious history. We hope that your trip to Pompeii will be fascinating and inspiring in its beauty and significance. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories and video tours. See you in our next video.